It is the 4th of December, 2022. This is trial number 2 because the first one didn't seem, it said it was recording, but it didn't make a file. It's Michael Wolchuk from Saskatoon, Canada. Last week I posted Standup, and the rest of the work I did was on the knitting machine. I spent some time talking with the customer, my great niece, and determined that the tension required to pull the yarn out of the center of the ball might be what's actually causing a bunch of our problems. I suggested a solution as kind of an automatic yarn tensioner where it would be powered and would pull the yarn out of the ball and then only pull enough to supply what the knitting machine was using. She was okay with that idea, but I think I need to spend some time on it, spend some time thinking about it because it's very complicated the way I had it set up. So it's going to be tough to build. On the knitting machine, I started with an example web server code from the Arduino example library, edited to match what I was doing for basic input to the knitting machine, and I tested it. And then I did a demo of the web server, took the video, explained how it'll work, edited and posted to the video to my YouTube because it's not really applicable to WIKISPEED until I make it work with the wheelbarrow, or I guess the Little Red Wagon project is what I should say. And the magnetic feedback that I talked about last week is a little more precise than I need, a little bit more expensive, and is having some delivery issues. So I'm looking at some photo switches that have a transmitter, like a light, and then a receiver on both sides of a disc. So the drill is only going to top out at 300 RPM. So with the speed of the ESP32, I could probably do 1,000 pulses per revolution if I wanted to, but I think I need about 10 in order to make it work. So I need to make the disc easy to print out or to cut or whatever I'm going to do with it. For next week, the knitting machine, I want to locate some switches in my junk drawer or that I can get from the local makerspace to implement the row counter at least, and hopefully the stitch counter. Get it wired into a breadboard and working. I still want to do the Sunfounder and Ross stuff that I was talking about before, and the tank level project is I need to get the relay working properly. I can get it working on a regular ESP32, but then when I move it to the Fire Beetle, it stops working, and it doesn't make any sense to me. I've kind of thrown it in the corner for a little bit. Hopefully, when I look at it again, it'll be with fresh eyes. I got 2 of my 4 points done for last week. 1 for showing up to stand up, a 6 out of 10, and 7 for the team. Lauren tried to get on, but couldn't. He's had some internet issues, so and I forgot my blocks. Having a little bit of trouble with motivation, although I did do a little bit of stuff today, and then I'm distracted by playing a video game, which seems a bit juvenile, but that's what's happening. In any case, that's about it for today, and I am going to stop recording, and hopefully this time it'll actually save.